Frankly, I got very little out of his presentation because he had a lot of nice PowerPoint charts which didn't tell me much. But I was looking for that sense of velocity,
Right.
that sense of dynamism, what I call kinetic energy rather
Correct.
than potential energy.
Correct.
And I hope in his own business he does have all of that, because in the presentation it wasn't at all
No.
clear.
No.
I'm feeling excited and nervous at the same time. I'm going third, so I have a bit of an idea as to what to expect. I think I have a fairly crisp presentation, and let's see how it goes. My name is Shreyash Srinivas, and I'm going to present on building leadership for the Tata Group. The first step towards building leadership excellence is to acknowledge that leadership is separate from functional or industry excellence. So my first recommendation to you, very simply, is that when you're building a learning management system for the entire Tata Group as a whole, very clearly build it under 3 pillars. Segregate leadership from either your functional skills as well as business and industry skills. What this does is very simply puts extra focus on leadership development as a whole, and also sends out a very strong message to your employees stating that it's not just enough to be a good manager, you have to be a great leader. So my second recommendation to you, very simply, is that across the entire Tata Group, every single employee on their annual work plans should have a metric which is not related to performance. It should be related to their overall leadership development. So steer clear from complete family-owned leadership. I think Indians have done fantastic with family-owned businesses, but so have the Americans, and they've done far better by moving away from it. This, I think, is a fantastic opportunity for Tata to make a case in point and take this opportunity to segregate management from ownership. Embrace it, make it part of your organization DNA, and in the long run, it will give you fantastic returns. Thank you so much.
I just want to ask you 2 questions,
Okay.
because I want to be as precise as your very fine presentation. Suppose you are a young Bajaj or a young Birla or a young Tata or a young Mahindra. I don't think you'll express that view. Suppose your comic book company is going to be very successful, and I hope it is.
Yes.
In 10 years' time, somebody says this business is going down the tube because Shreyash Srinivas won't get out of the way. They want to bring a professional manager recruited from IIM, Ahmedabad or whatever. What would you say?
It's in everybody's interest that if there is somebody out there who's more capable of managing the day-to-day business than me, including myself, that he should be there and not me.
Okay, I wish you very good luck. And in 10 years, if you can even, I don't know if you'll find somebody who's better than you, but if you can even think that there is somebody better than you, then I give you full marks.
Thank you so much. Mr. Gopalakrishnan is such a nice man that when he's smiling at you, you can't really make out whether he's giving a sarcastic smile or whether he's smiling out of encouragement. So it's difficult to say at this juncture. I'm just glad that it's over. I'm fairly happy with the way things went.
I think he was being a bit theoretical. He would have seen the other side of the world, and I thought his lens would have taken hues of the new world.
Correct.
But his presentation was like a B school graduate.
Okay.
His real world, when he goes out to sell his comic books, is going to be the other world.
He'll only know.
Good evening, sir. So my topic is globalizing the Tata brand. Over 90 companies in 80 countries, and 57% of their revenue comes from abroad. So it is already a global company, but branding it as a global group is what the challenge is. Firstly, the less visibility of mother brand. Now Tata has gone about acquiring very big companies like Chorus and Jaguar and Land Rover, but not many people are associating it as of now with Tata, though Chorus has been recalled Tata Steel Europe. So there needs to be a slight shift in how you're going to brand your products in developed markets. There are many solutions that I've come up with. These are practical solutions. Firstly, I would say you have to target the consumers who are going to interact with the Tata products, wherein I'm talking about Tata Motors, I'm talking about Tata beverages, I'm not talking about Tata Steel or TCS, because these are not stuff that a normal consumer will interact with. So when you're going to talk about these brands, you need to have Tata as associated with as many of these FMCG products as you can. So sell Tata Tea everywhere, along with whatever Tetley, because it's the market leader, but push Tata Tea and make a premium brand like Tata Tea Select was just launched. Another important point which I have here is sponsor an F1 team, or actually go into F1 before you enter a US market. For example, have a Tata Motors F1 team. If the investment is justified, this will go great deal in proving to the world that the quality that Tata has or the technology that we have can compete with the best in the world. Then you go and say, okay, Tata Motors now launches its own car in US. It'll have much more of a connect. Next, I want to talk about localize the branding. Since it's a huge conglomerate with businesses in various different countries, I want to say that all the branding campaigns should be based on whatever businesses are there. And the last slide that I want to take you through is, firstly, the nano electric. Try and work on that. As soon as that comes out, use that to build the brand equity for Tata Motors international launch. Get into the media industry if that's possible. Start a TV channel, sponsor a TV channel, get into TV events, because then you can position or brand as per your own liking.
I'm very intrigued because your name is Abhinav.
Yes, sir.
So what was Abhinav about this? You could make this presentation to Mahindra & Mahindra, you will just replace Nano with Xylo and everything else will be the same. Go everywhere, do everything. Basically what you're saying is a bunch of ideas and a bunch of geographies. And you're saying do all this stuff in all these places.
That is sort of the objective, because if you want to go to a place, you want to showcase what all you have already in that existing market. However, you can't go with a universal strategy saying that, okay, Tata Group is this, because your advertisements and your PR and all your events that will be designed around it may not connect to a user. Suppose in America, you're going to showcase an ad that is built around
so there's a presumption that the Tata name must be known to the end consumer. Why have you made that presumption? Are you a management school graduate?
I haven't passed out yet. I'm still studying in college.
Ah, okay. Anyway, great attempt, Abhinav. You have limited time, but since you are studying, if I tell you I'm a global citizen, I can't have lived in 186 countries. So if I've lived in 3 or 4 countries and I have an outlook, and if you are going to take a brand global, one of the things you have to think about is, am I going to do this for the world that will be there in 30 years or the world that was there 30 years ago? Maybe you should think about it.
Yes, sir.
So, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
He had energy, he had zest, he had a lot of action orientation. If you see all his points, they usually started with a verb. Create this, do this, run an F1, sponsor this. So he had a good bunch of ideas. But I thought he did a good job. And given the spiritual nature of his subject rather than the physical nature of his subject, globalizing the Tata brand.
Correct.
I thought he made a go of it.
He made a go of it.
He made a pretty good go of it. Oh yes, I would say so.
Presentation, I would say, was good, but he didn't like the fact that my ideas were so radical and weren't really focusing on the Tata Group's core values. But it's okay. I thought I defended myself okay in the question answers, so that helped.
Since it's a show about innovation and entrepreneurship, I'm looking for guys who are kinetic. One of the things, I've said that in the book as well, that there's an architectural dimension to what you're communicating and there's an engineering dimension to what you're executing. And these have to be synchronized. If you're just a talker, it doesn't work. If you're just a doer, it doesn't work. And maybe people use PowerPoint to strengthen the architectural dimension.
Correct.
But in some cases, it's like a crutch which you don't need and you're using it and you're limping along.
I think that's exactly what happened to him.
Maybe that's
exactly what happened to him. But here it's a level competition. Who would we say would be next in line?
Your ideas were clear, your charts and presentation was a little muddled up. What did I miss? What was the flaw in your presentation?